Hi everyone, this is Kevin here, coming at you with my unboxing and hands-on video of the new Umidigi A5 Pro. I know that this is a phone that many of you have been looking forward to me covering on the channel, so I'm very excited to check this out. So let's get started. Follow me on Instagram at KevinBreezeTV. Please join the Kevin Breeze Tech community on Facebook to chat about budget smartphones, ask questions, and help others. Now I'd like to start off and thank Umidigi for sending this out to me to review. They insisted that I give it my full, normal, unbiased treatment, and I know that they're a company that really stands behind their products because they really do make some good stuff. So we do have kind of the typical Umidigi box here, pretty much the same as what we've seen with other phones like the Umidigi F1, F1 Play, Umidigi Power. They all come in the same box that has this slide out on the end, but that's not a bad thing at all. Now here are some of the specifications, but I'm going to be going through these throughout the video, so no need to really look at it now. But this device is currently for sale for $99, and you can actually get it on Amazon, and I'll be leaving a link in the video description. So that is a really cheap price considering everything that you get here with the phone. Now I'm not sure if the price is going to be $99 forever. I'm not sure if $99 is just the introduction price. So definitely if you're thinking about buying this phone, buying it sooner than later might be the way to go. But you can see right here we have a thank you note from Umidigi, and then we have the actual phone itself. So we'll dump this out. Here we go, Umidigi A5 Pro. I've been really looking forward to this phone because they really do pack in a lot for the price. Now it does come with a case pre-installed. I'll be taking that case off right now, but always nice to see that a case is included. Now there's nothing really special about the case. It's kind of a cheaper case, but still, the fact that they do give this to you for free with the phone is great to see. We'll peel this plastic off of the display right now. There we go. And then peel this plastic off the back as well. And this is a really cool looking color. So the phone is available in two different colors, crystal blue and black. And this is clearly the crystal blue color. It looks great, and it looks different based on the angle that you're looking at it. So overall, just a really cool color here from Umidigi. So I'm a big fan of that. I'm going to turn on the phone right now. And here we go, Umidigi, Link to the World, powered by Android. So while that's booting up, let's see what else is in the box. So it looks like we have a little packet here with the SIM card removal tool and some literature. I'm not going to read any of that, I never do, but I will save it just in case I want to take a peek at that in the future. Then we have a US wall adapter, and we have a red micro USB cable for charging and data transfer. So the phone is charged with micro USB, which I know many of you would prefer to see USB-C, including myself. But for the price, it's totally understandable because they have to cut corners somewhere. Another nice thing is that the phone actually comes with a plastic film over the display. It's meant to be there permanently if you choose to keep it. So it's kind of like a free screen protector. Of course, it's not glass, so a tempered glass screen protector is much better. But at least we get this little plastic screen protector for free because that will definitely protect your display from scratches. So I'm going to get this all set up and then I'll cut over to the home screen. Everything is now booted up and we're here on the home screen, and it looks like a wireless update is actually already ready for the device. So it's great to see that we're already getting support right out of the box here, and from what I heard, the wireless update improves the cameras a little bit, so that's always a good thing to see. So before I make any critical judgments of the phone, including the cameras, I'm definitely going to make sure I install that software update. But for now, we can just kind of go over the hardware and go over the specs so that you know what to expect with the phone. Now, as I mentioned before, the Umidigi A5 Pro comes in at $99. That price tag might go up after a little while. I'm not completely sure. I thought I heard that it was supposed to be a little bit more than that, like $125. But for now, it is $99, so this might be the time to get the phone. The device is GSM unlocked, which means that it's going to work very well with AT&T and T-Mobile. But if you use Sprint, you're definitely not going to be able to use this phone. And it might work with Verizon. I've definitely used Verizon in the past with other Umidigi phones like the Umidigi S3 Pro, and it's worked pretty well. So I'm expecting that you probably can get Verizon to work with this, but it's not going to have all the bands for every part of that network. But for AT&T, T-Mobile, Cricket, Metro by T-Mobile, Straight Talk, you're golden. The device features a 6.3-inch display coming in at 1080p. So the fact that we're getting a phone with a 1080p display for just $99 is really good. That's really awesome. Now the aspect ratio of the phone is 19.5 by 9. So it is kind of a tall and narrow device, but that's really the way things are heading nowadays. It's a lot easier to hold a skinnier and more narrow phone, just because if it was super wide, it would be hard to grip. But you can see up top here, we do indeed have a teardrop notch design. And in that notch, we have the 8 megapixel front-facing camera. So not bad at all for the front-facing camera, at least by the megapixel count. We have a little bit of a chin down at the bottom, but really nothing too bad. Overall, we get a really solid screen-to-body ratio with the Umidigi A5 Pro. Now, taking a look at the backside, this is what's really cool about this device, is that we have 3 different cameras. Now, this camera module is sourced from Sony. It's one of Sony's camera modules that they supply to different OEMs. Now, the main back-facing camera is 16 megapixels. Then the camera in the middle is 5 megapixels, which allows you to get the bokeh effect. And the camera on the far bottom is the wide-angle camera, which is also 5 megapixels. So you are able to get wide-angle photos with this device, which is really awesome. And overall, I've never seen a device that has 3 different cameras for just $99. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how those cameras perform, and I'm going to be including all of that in my full review video. Now also on the back side, we have a flash, of course, but we also have the fingerprint sensors. So we'll try that out right now. And it was able to quickly unlock the phone. That's great. The device has 4 gigabytes of RAM and features the MediaTek Helio P23 processor. Now there's some people out there that for some reason really don't like MediaTek processors. And if we were back in 2015 or 2014, then I would totally agree. But since then, MediaTek has come a long way, and their Helio line of processors, especially the P line of processors, are actually really good. So with the P23, I'm expecting very good performance with this phone. Of course, you're not going to get flagship performance, but it's going to be similar to a Qualcomm Snapdragon 450, which is the same processor that's found in the LG Stylo 5. So definitely expect decent performance. Now the upper end phones from Umidigi, such as the S3 Pro, which has the Helio P70, and the Umidigi F1, which has the Helio P60, will definitely give you better performance, but you're still going to be getting good performance with the P23. Now video recording with this phone maxes out at 1080p at 30 frames per second. The battery capacity is 4,150 milliamp hours, so massive battery capacity. And the device runs a near stock version of Android 9 Pie. As you can see here, there is pretty much no bloatware. I mean, really none at all. There's an FM radio, but that's not really bloatware, I don't think. But yeah, it's a stock experience here with no junk, so that you're able to maximize the amount of storage on this device. Now the device features 32 gigabytes of internal storage with SD card expansion. So 32 gigabytes is kind of on the low side considering that other Umidigi phones like the F1 feature 128 gigabytes, but still, for $99, 32 gigabytes is fantastic. Now another thing that I'm already very impressed with this phone is the build quality. Of course, we're getting a very high-end, good-looking display on the device at 1080p. But we also get a metal band running around the sides of it. So it feels very premium. It almost has like an iPhone-like build quality. And of course, we have this really cool color on the back side. And if you want something a little more boring, then you can go with black, of course. But this crystal blue is really good. I like it a lot. I almost wish that Umidigi included a clear case in the box instead of the non-clear case that's included, because then you could put on the case and you can still see the color of the phone. But I'll have to take a look on Amazon to see if there's any good cases from third-party case manufacturers for the Umidigi A5 Pro, especially one that's clear. Now I'm pretty sure that the material on the back here is plastic, not glass, but it definitely looks like glass. It just looks super premium. Now on the right side, we have the volume rocker and power button. On the left side, we have the slot for the SIM card and micro SD card. On the top, we have nothing. And on the bottom, we have the 3.5mm headphone jack, we have the microphone, we have the micro USB port, and we have the speaker. Now, another great feature about this phone is that it does have face unlock. So I'm going to try that out right now. Hopefully the camera does not get in the way. And you can see that was super quick. It was able to unlock the phone just with my face. And I really do like how small this bezel is. It truly is a teardrop design that really doesn't take up much space at all. So I know that there's some people that watch my videos that don't like notches, but for those people, I'd really like to ask you, is it really that bad having this really tiny notch here? Because that almost is barely even a notch. It's like just big enough for the camera, and that's about it. So does that really bother you that much? And if it does, then why? Now, like I said, I want to do the software update before I really judge the camera quality here, but I'll still turn it on and we can take a look to see how things look here. And so far, it looks pretty decent with nice focusing. That button up top there activates the wide angle, and that doesn't really look that great. I think there's definitely room for improvement, which I hope that software update addresses. But I definitely want to go outside and take photos to really put this to the test. Taking photos in the studio really is not the best type of environment to take photos. So definitely want to get outside and take some photos and videos to include in the full review. And of course, I'm going to do that software update as soon as I'm done with this video. Typing is really good here. The phone actually has a really nice haptic feedback engine. So the typing feels really nice. It doesn't feel like, I don't know how to describe it, like low quality. It feels good. So the keyboard's nice and fast and responsive too. So that's always a great thing. You definitely don't want lag when you're trying to type. Those are not too big into iOS. So I'm posting this after the initial relaunch date. So it doesn't have the best speaker I've ever listened to, but it definitely works. And again, that price tag, you definitely have to keep in mind that there are going to be some compromises with this phone. But overall, having this massive display makes it great for watching videos. But this includes my unboxing and hands-on video of the Umidigi A5 Pro. Definitely let me know in the comment section below what you think of this phone, and let me know what devices you'd like me to compare this to. I have, at the moment at least, because I'll probably be selling them soon, but I have all of the latest Umidigi phones. I have the Umidigi A3 Pro, I have the Umidigi F1, I have the Umidigi F1 Play, I have the Umidigi S3 Pro, and that's actually about it. But I also have the Blue G9. I have a lot of phones, and I actually don't like having this many phones because it's just money on the table. I'd rather sell them and have that money in my pocket or put them towards future devices. So I probably will be selling some of those phones pretty soon. But before I do, I definitely want to put them to the test and compare them to the Umidigi A5 Pro. But this is Kevin here. This is the Umidigi A5 Pro. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video.